Yeah, I've actually played Division III football for two different schools. I went to in my freshman year of college. I went to Bethany College in West Virginia, and I walked onto their team there, played football. Week 3, I got moved up to varsity from JV, and then I left there, and I ended up now I'm here at Utica College in New York, and they're again Division III. I actually wasn't going to go to college to play sports to begin with. Right before I went to school my freshman year of college, I decided that I wanted to play, and they just so happened to have a team. So I called the coach the last minute, and I was like, "Yeah, coach, I would like to play for the team." And he's like, "All right, so just come and start camp with us." So it wasn't even going to be about going to college to play football. It was something that I really loved and I was very passionate about, so I wanted to further my playing. Here at Utica, my head coach, Blaise Fagiano, he's very religious, very openly religious. We have a Christian fellowship committee here, but every game before we go out and we play, we all get on a knee, bow our heads, and he says a prayer, and it usually is about, just us being safe and, going out there as a family. And he just, prays that everybody has, a good time. I think because football is such a dangerous sport and one hit could end a career, it's ended lives, but it's something we love. To us, it's not stupid to play the sport, but some of us pray before the game just for that little extra, hopefulness that we go into the game and we come out of it healthy. A couple things pumping up before a game, which it's necessary to go into a game pumped up, because I've been involved in teams that they don't get pumped up, and you go into a game really flat, and you seem like it's a total different team. The couple ways that I have personally gotten pumped up is I listen to music. I think that's really common and everywhere. Like you'll go out to warm up before the game, and you'll always have music playing in the stands. I think that the beats that you get going and you're really hyped up. I think that just edges you towards getting you psyched up and everything. To say pregame chants. It's been a big deal in my high school career. I came from a school that had a tradition. It was called the Flea. Most influential, I'll have to go back to when I was in high school, there was the Flea, and it was a Native American tribal chant, and I think that was the most influential because it has been carried over traditions. I know my father, he had the Flea when he went to to the high school. So it changed a little bit, and I think that's just because it's an oral tradition. It changes over time, You hear one thing, but then that someone else coming behind you might change it a little bit, not because they mean to. It just happens over time. It's like a story that's been told through that high school. There was a kid that heard a chant. I guess he did it in his high school, and it was actually a military chant, and that was probably one of the best chants that I've ever been involved in, because it really did pump everybody up. And then there's the like everybody, you'll hear every now and then the whose house is this kind of chant, and it's I think it's a territorial thing. It's you'll find it in the military, and because one, you want to psych yourself up for battles, and that's basically what football is about. It's like a battle between you and the other team, and so it psychs you up, and then at the same time, it's kind of letting your opponents know you're there, so they don't fall asleep. And they know that you're coming, to play your hardest. Utica, we have this thing when we're stretching all together. We all do the same stretches, and right at the end, we all do the run, jump, and bump hip thing. You'll see it's really common in sports. That's just one extra step. I didn't have it anywhere else but here. Play scenarios through my head before each game. Just like, how will I do something if something happens, and that just gets me excited. I guess the flea that I was talking about, that was a tradition. No longer do I have that because I'm in college now, but I guess a tradition in general is just having that pregame chant. It doesn't matter what it is, but as long as I got, all my teammates next to me in a circle and, yelling whatever we need to yell, I think that's a tradition.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
We ask for a chance is fair.
We ask for a chance is fair.
Chance to equal our stripes.
Chance to equal our stripes.
Chance to do it there.
Chance to do it there.
We should win.
We should win.
Let it be by the code.
Let it be by the code.
Faith and honor held high.
Faith and honor held high.
We should lose.
We should lose.
Stand by the road.
Stand by the road.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Cheers, the winners go by.